Welcome to Swift Explorers 2024. In this series of video tutorials, we will be going through how to build mobile apps using the Swift programming language. And you're going to be doing all this on an iPad using the Swift Playgrounds app. And what this means that you're going to be using an iPad to build apps for iPad, which is pretty cool. So let's get started. The first thing that you need in order to succeed in this course is, you need an iPad. Okay, we're going to be running the Swift Playgrounds app on iPad, so you're going to need an iPad. I have said the word iPad many times. You're going to need an iPad that can run iPad OS 17 and above. Over here, I have a 9th generation iPad, and it's got a home button. But if you have something that's newer or faster than this, like an iPad Air or an iPad Pro, I think that should work. You can go check your settings to see what version of iPad OS you are on. We essentially want you to be on iPad OS 17, which is the latest version as of the end of 2023. Okay. The other thing I recommend you have is an external keyboard for your iPad. Some of you might be fantastic at typing on your iPad. I don't know how you do it. What's going to happen is that we're going to be coding, and when you're coding, you're going to be using all kinds of keyboard shortcuts. You're going to have a space to write your code. You want to see a lot of your code at a time, and if you have an on-screen keyboard taking up half your screen, that's not going to be very productive for you. All right, so I really recommend you get some kind of Bluetooth keyboard or a keyboard case that you can use with your iPad. I'm also going to have a mouse over here to show where things are on screen. You don't need one of these, but some of you might enjoy using a mouse or a trackpad to select things on screen. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is I want you to make sure that you have Swift Playgrounds. I have it right here in my dock, but if you don't, you can go to the App Store. And if you go to the App Store, don't get distracted by the games. Head over to the search button over here and search for Swift Playgrounds. Okay, and once you do that, it should be one of the top few hits. Over here, I have something that's on this, and I'm going to tap on Get. The version that I have right now that I'm recording with is version 4.4.1. Don't worry too much if your version differs from mine, but I do need you to make sure that you have version 4.1 and above. Okay, so make sure that you have version 4.1 and above. Version 4.0 and before did not support creating apps on iPad. All right, so we can't actually use that version for this video course. Versions 4.1 and 4.2 did allow you to do that, but your interface might be slightly different from mine. Your job is to go get Swift Playgrounds by the end of this video. Feel free to pause the video at any time and replay any part of it if you want to clarify anything. So I've already downloaded it, so I can tap on Open over here. And what this does is it opens the Swift Playgrounds app. And let me just quickly show you what's going on. You might not have anything inside here under My Playgrounds. I have a lot because I've been doing classes like this for years and years. So, woo, that's a lot of things to scroll through. All right, but I want to draw your attention to the bar at the bottom that says More Playgrounds. The thing you're going to tap the most is this button right here that says Plus App. We will tap this button in the next video, so don't worry about it for now. What I want to point out to you though are the other playgrounds that are available for you. You can see there's something here that says Get Started with Code, Get Started with Apps, and all kinds of other fun things. If you tap on any of these, you will end up downloading one of these tutorials into your My Playground space, and you can actually test these out and learn to code and learn to build apps. What we are going to do is we're going to skip ahead some of this. You might actually have seen some of our other video tutorials on getting started with code and getting started with apps. Feel free to head back to those videos and try them out first, because what we're going to do from the next video onwards is we are actually going to start building full-fledged apps already. You can also tap on See All over here, and you can see all the other playgrounds that are available for free for you to learn from. One thing I recommend is if you swipe all the way, you're going to see Learn to Code 1 and Learn to Code 2. This is a big series of videos where you learn everything you really need to know about the Swift programming language by solving fun little puzzles with a guided tutorial and these cute little characters. This is Byte right here, and this is Hopper. So fun tutorials. Other thing I should warn you though is that if you look at these app galleries, all right, these are actual apps that you will be building. We'll be going through at least one of these in our video tutorial series. But I also want to warn you that some of them get fairly advanced fairly quickly. So feel free to download it. There's no harm. It's okay to just download a brand new copy if you mess anything up, but just be aware that some of these might be harder than others. The ones I recommend you get started with, once again, are Get Started with Code, Get Started with Apps, Learn to Code 1, and Learn to Code 2. So try these out, make sure that you have Swift Playgrounds running, and I will see you in the next video.